The big story this morning, the August 1st deadline for the India-US trade deal is rapidly approaching. Both sides face crucial decisions ahead. Three distinct scenarios could shape the path forward. And Rishabh is joining in to tell us more.
Right, what we're seeing is about three scenarios, Tamanna, that are coming up ahead of this first deadline. Number one, of course, being the fact that India will get a tariff letter. That is something that the US has done with about 20 countries, with the likes of Bangladesh, Cambodia. Now, this scenario looks unlikely given the fact that about five rounds of in-person negotiations have taken place. A sixth round is currently scheduled for the second week of August. So again, the probability of this scenario, a tariff letter coming in, a little low. Scenario number two is, of course, that if India manages to get a deal before the deadline, the possibilities of this happening also seem to be slightly low, given the fact that you had the USTR, Jamieson Greer, come out yesterday and say that the US-India negotiations will require a bit more time. That is also somewhat similar to the commentary that we're receiving from the Commerce Ministry back here in India. So again, sort of a low sort of probability on this scenario as well. And also, even if we do get a deal, it will be a last-minute deal. It will be a very limited deal, only purely based on goods, some sort of potential market access figures also coming in. The third scenario is, of course, of a deadline extension. Now, we've seen a precedent set in terms of US and China. The US gave China a deadline extension beyond August 1st, and that is something that is looking like a likely probability of happening in terms of India and US trade talks with regards to a deadline extension. And that is something that we could see pan out for the US. That is something also, this would show that there is continued goodwill between the two countries, and this would prioritize a broader deal. Also, there is, of course, the fall deadline for the first tranche of this bilateral trade agreement. That is what the countries are also negotiating towards. So the third scenario of a deadline extension looking most likely as we speak.